Canada's Cockwomble-in-Chief is at it again. This is not about his embarrassing trip to India, or his blackface, or his groping, or his antics at Buckingham Palace, or the trips to Ukraine many times for photo shoots. This is about his taking his cue from the United States. A draft Supreme Court decision was released in the States, as we all are aware, months ago, about abortion. Trudeau's there. We will have abortion throughout Canada. Well, we already have it. He's just taking the publicity cue from that. And then there is that tragic shooting, mass shooting. He's out there saying, we are going to deal with this. It is our duty to deal with guns. And he comes out making certain guns illegal. But as we all know, when you read the stats, all those hundreds of murders in Canada last year, virtually all of them were by handguns. And they were illegal handguns, smuggled in. The way to deal with that is to have sanctions against being with an illegal handgun. If you have one, you're going to serve some time. Liberals were against that, though. So they aren't really dealing with the problems. What other problems do we have because of the Cockwomble-in-Chief? Well, anybody who's flying these days knows that Pearson Airport in Toronto has gone from being one of the best airports in the world to one of the worst. Waiting times, like crazy. Oh, the Minister of Transportation says that's because you Canadians just aren't used to flying. Does you think it has anything to do with all the COVID restrictions and all the facts that this app doesn't work and that the officials are horribly underpersoned, I guess? We simply don't have the staff at airports. And for passports, again, the Cockwomble-in-Chief has done it again. We have long lineups, days for passports. Why? As the minister said the other day, we didn't anticipate that at the end of all of this, after the end of COVID, people were going to want to travel. We just simply had no idea. So what about the promises that were made with no action? He's promising lots of stuff, and we know about the no action. But what about the natives, Indigenous people? We're going to have your water. Well, they're still boiling water 7 years later. What about all the trees that are going to be planted? Well, a couple of them have been planted, probably around Ottawa. Even the Globe and Mail is saying that Ottawa seems to be like a drunken sailor at the helm. Those people simply aren't listening. So, what's it come down to? The Cockwomble-in-Chief, supported by, well, maybe not the Cockwomble-in-Second-Chief, but the NDP. We'll call it the NDP Liberal government. Another 2 years. Hang on to your hats. We have lots more promises, empty promises to come. Every day, Justin Trudeau tells you, I am making life more affordable for Canadians. And if you believe that, don't watch the station. But if you think that's baloney, as I do, that it's a lie, then keep watching for non-biased, non-Prime Minister's Office funded news analysis. To keep us on the air, please donate. PayPal or send a check, 303 Bay Street in Toronto. We'll get it. We need the money.